I think one of the other big things that is changing right now is this whole idea of assumption of the risk. Before, there was little knowledge by the athlete. There was no knowledge by the athlete. They played the game and were told they were okay, that it wasn't an injury, that your symptoms will clear up to get back in the game, everything will be all right. You know, they never were told about a long-term problem. It was just a concussion, or it was just a ding, or just a bell rung. Now that there is knowledge out there, it sort of changes everything when you talk about assumption of a risk.
Is there a responsibility on behalf of the university when they recruit students to discuss the potential risk at the recruiting stage?
Oh, I believe so. I believe that the university has that responsibility of explaining those same things. I've had a chance recently to see some high school concussion policies and guidelines, and the university has a larger and bigger responsibility because they're basically creating this full-time job for the student to also be an athlete. So they do hold a larger responsibility in educating the athlete on the issue of concussions. Now, the one thing that I don't like, and I'm sorry I keep going off on tangents a little bit for you, but the one thing I don't like about some of these concussion policies and guidelines is it delegates responsibility at times to the player himself to report and to acknowledge that he has a concussion. And I think that that's really unfair. It's very unfair when you think about it, because the last person to ever know that they're injured is the person that actually has the concussion.
You and your associates are certainly well known in the field of concussion litigation. How often have you been contacted by a university for advice on this issue?
Believe it or not, I have not been contacted by anyone for advice on this issue. I'd be more than happy to sit down and advise and help out. I believe I have a lot to offer, but I don't know what it is, Carl. Maybe you know better than I do, or maybe have some thoughts as to why I haven't been contacted. But my best guess is I'm the lawyer that's going after them, and I'm not the lawyer that's there to help them. But I think that that's so far from the truth. I am also a board member of the Brain Injury Association of Pennsylvania, which is the state's branch of the National Brain Injury Association. I know a lot about brain injury. I can help people. I'm there to help prevent brain injuries. One of the big things we do in the Brain Injury Association is pass out helmets to people riding bikes. We don't want people to have brain injury. We're not there, to deal with the final result, the end result, the brain injured victim. We're also there for awareness and activism to help